We are the Office Blokes. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
That's all I've got to say about that. You need to do us a favour though. We are currently 9,000 views away on one video from it hitting 1 million views, which is huge. That's a great milestone to hit, I think.
Yeah, so tell me, Dave, why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
No, I want you to do a fast confession. Come on.
Oh, right, a fast confession. You need to put more pressure on. Who's good cop and who's bad cop?
Mike will be the good. Mike will be the bad cop.
Yeah.
Stick a finger up his ass. Ask him why is it. This is my finger.
Is it in yet? Anyway, yeah, so do us a favour once you've watched this, go and watch the Why Are You Gay reaction, because one, it's hilarious, and two, if you all do it, it'll hit 1 million views and we'll be buzzing.
Nice.
So there you go.
All I've got in mind now is him sticking your finger up your ass.
That's the furthest thing from my mind. I tell you, I'm not thinking about that. It looks like our table here.
It does actually. Yeah. It's pretty warm and clammy today, so I'd avoid it if I was you.
It's quite cool. It's quite cool in here, Dave.
I'm a bit sweaty.
Oh, I thought that's what you read. What you're talking about.
Yeah, pre-lubed. Right then, we're going to try something a little bit different today, which is a bit of true crime. I watch a lot of true crime on YouTube. I sort of enjoy it. I do, like, and interrogation videos especially. I think they're very interesting from a psychological standpoint.
Yeah.
And this is a channel that I actually watch a bit, but I've not watched this video. The fastest confessions from suspects.
My dream job would be a police officer.
Really? Detective or like boots on the street? Or I'd like to be an armed cop. Like I think I think that'd be
over here. I
cool.
wouldn't need a gun.
Did you watch that documentary about the armed cops on Netflix?
Not yet.
The UK armed cops. It's good. It's good. I'd like to do
I'll
that.
have to watch that. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's my dream job. I give everything up just to be a police officer.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Wow. I think the
Gene Hunt.
yeah, you would. You absolutely would. I think you've got to be a PCSO nowadays for 2 years or something before you
say
can be
that.
a
I was
cop.
talking to a PSO a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
and lovely guy, and he's every time he see me, he used to stop and have a chat on the street, like he would patrol round. And then about 2 days ago, I saw him drive past in a police car. He must have made it now to being a cop.
Good on him.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was like, well, I felt proud.
Yeah.
I was like, go on, lad.
Yeah.
A proper policeman now.
Excellent. Oh, yeah.
I went to high school with a
Threw
guy.
a can at his car.
Started giving the
Yeah.
I went to high. I think I may have told this story before, but I went to high school with a guy who ended up becoming a cop. And years later, me and a load of mates were skateboarding at the local Tesco on the little back street, and it's like we're mid-20s at this point, and the cops pulled up, and we're like, "Fuck's sake, the cops are here!" You know. And if anything's going to make you feel like you're too old to be skateboarding, it's when the cop that comes over for a chat was in your class in high school. And it's one of them but he came over and he was dead nice, and we just chatted for a bit. And then a couple of years later, he was in the news because they found inappropriate things all over his computer that shouldn't have been there. And he went to prison for...
a stretch.
we're not going to say what was on his PC, but you can imagine.
My niece is a police officer, and she's one that does... she does the... I don't know if you're allowed to say it, but allowed to tell people what she does, but she does...
You've said before she's like a decoy sort of stuff
for people who think they're getting underage kids.
Yeah, to catch a predator style stings.
I don't know if she still does that. I've not seen her for a few months.
Yeah,
so it's.
I think being a detective like this would be cool. Like sitting in interrogation rooms and trying to just figure people out and psychologically battle with them a bit. I think that's pretty cool.
Psychological, isn't it? Trying to sort of get into the psyche of them. And
not like fucking have them to get these.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd be your technique, wouldn't it? Bollocks to psychology.
Got a button for the camera next to you. Just go.
Yeah, just give him a good hiding. Oh, camera's gone off.
He fell over
a few times.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go for the fastest confessions from suspects. Let's do it.
Interrogations can go on for hours or even days, but in some rare cases, interrogations can last just seconds. From accidentally confessing to escapes, these are 5 of the fastest police interrogations in history. Starting with Raymond Gates demonstrating exactly how to head straight to prison in seconds. Raymond was brought in after police obtained footage of him assaulting a 17-year-old girl. Police had to prove that the girl never gave consent which was difficult given that only some of the attack was caught on camera, but became a lot easier when Raymond almost instantly made a huge slip-up in the interrogation that put him dead to rights.
This girl came back to my house. She's telling me she wants to lose her virginity, man. She's ready to do it and everything. And then right a couple seconds before, and she's like, I don't know, and stuff like that. She's telling me, yes, everything's cool. She's cool with making out.
But when she screamed, "Stop! Please don't do this. It hurts so much."
I was already inside of her at that point. I mean, like the "oh no, stop!" I'm already like inside of her there, man. It's already like that's when she's like, "Oh, it hurts," which it hurts when a girl gets her virginity taken.
And without even trying, the cops had everything they needed to convict him. So he was quickly found guilty and sentenced to 9 years in prison. But while
They need to play that video in prison as soon as he walks in, have that on all the screens. And go, that's that guy. That guy.
Yeah.
Muppet.
Raymond's interview ended in under 10 minutes, Quantrell Schwartzlow did it even faster, with his interrogation ending in just seconds. But not in the way you'd think.
I think we've seen this on another
Yeah,
video,
we
haven't
have.
we? Sleeping.
Quantrell was brought in for strangling a girl and assaulting her, a crime he clearly didn't want to be convicted of.
Oh no!
Unfortunately for Quantrell, his handcuffs were a dead giveaway, and he was captured 4 hours later. While it's unknown exactly what happens to Quantrell after, this clip will forever put him in the Interrogation Hall of Fame. However, Ricky Hawthorne...
I wonder if he's just been brought in for questioning at that point, if he's been arrested. I suppose if he's in handcuffs, he's been arrested, hasn't he?
I would guess so. Yeah,
I
must have been.
Yeah. I think over here you need to handcuff someone if you arrested them. I don't think you just put someone in handcuffs. I don't think they're allowed.
I was just wondering if him jumping out the window was a further crime or not. You know, like...
Escaping custody.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
But if he was brought in for questioning and jumped out of a window, if he's not been arrested yet, it's probably not a crime.
I would guess if he's handcuffed, he's been arrested.
Yeah.
I don't think they could actually come in voluntarily and probably won't handcuff you, but if he's been handcuffed, I think they would have had to arrest him.
Wonder how high the window was.
It's
It was ground floor.
He's got to be ground floor on it, otherwise.
Don't know.
first floor, I'm going to say.
Because he went out head first as well, didn't he?
Yeah, if you're interrogating people on the first floor where people could be stood outside smoking, listening to it all, seems a bit sketchy, doesn't it? I don't know though. Who knows?
Thorne took a much more straightforward approach to ending his interrogation, managing to confess in record time. Ricky was found covered in blood near the bodies of Lara Kuchar and Tommy Skeens. Lara had clearly been assaulted. Ricky's DNA was also found at the scene, so police had no worries when bringing him in. Surprisingly though, Ricky would make it even easier for them.
Hey, come on in.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, I did.
How's it?
I did.
You know what? Let's do this.
I did it, but I think somebody came behind me and finished it.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it.
So much for staying silent. However, Ricky is alleging that he wasn't actually the murderer. He just attacked the couple and assaulted Laura. It was someone else that finished the job. Even though the evidence was stacked against him, he still would have had a better chance of getting away with it if he just stayed silent.
There's 3 more people. I don't know.
And you know what?
They was living when I left, but I think somebody came in behind me and finished them off. I did beat the shit out of them, but it was somebody else. I left.
Despite his claims, it was determined that the couple died of the injuries inflicted by Ricky, and he was later found guilty of first and second-degree murder, as well as battery in the assault on Laura. But Jared Murray takes the cake for the most insane interrogation in history. Jared had shot his friend in the head during a car ride to Walmart for no other reason than to know what it felt like to kill someone. Jared attempted to flee by hitchhiking to Canada, but was picked up by an officer after perfectly matching the perp's description. The officer took him into custody where a quick but truly chilling interview took place.
Okay, and what do you remember telling me?
In summation that I'm guilty, yes.
Of what?
Of murder.
Okay, and who did you murder?
Gennaro.
Okay, and how did you murder him?
With a gun. I shot him in the head twice.
Okay.
3 shots were fired, 1 missed.
Jared isn't hanging around here, and apparently had already confessed before he even made it to the station. But what's interesting about this interrogation isn't the speed at which he confessed, it's exactly why, as well as his general demeanor throughout the interview.
Okay. Jared, give me your full name.
Jared Lindruth Wayne Murray.
Okay. And what's your date of birth?
July the 20th, 1994.
And how'd you guys hook up?
I went down to his dorm room and asked if I could be given a ride to Walmart in exchange for $20 gas money.
Okay. And did he agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's a couple miles from school?
1.7 miles, sir.
1.7 miles.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so he took you to Walmart?
Yes, sir.
And did you both go in?
No, we did not go in, sir.
Okay, and why not?
We pulled into the parking lot, then I pulled the weapon on him and demanded that he take me to Asher, Oklahoma, sir.
Okay, and why did all of a sudden did you decide that you needed to go to Asher?
Because I was planning to take him out into the country and kill him.
Jared lacks any form of empathy, remorse, or knowledge that what he's done is a bad thing. He merely expresses his actions as though they were fact, and in a later psychological assessment, it was determined this was because he had become delusional and believed that he was required to kill someone. If it's not clear by now, Jared was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder, and delusions from this are likely what pushed him to kill Gennaro. But Jared is happy to provide us with even more detail surrounding his motive.
Okay. So you've been planning this for 2 days?
2 weeks, yes.
2 weeks.
But not with a selected individual, no.
Okay. And when did you get to the point where you knew it was going to be him?
That was 3 days prior to the incident.
And why him? All the kids in college here, why him?
I believed that he would have had the least impact, sir.
Impact of on what?
I believed he didn't have many friends, or many close friends, I should rephrase. And as he is going missing, his absence would be less notable.
Jared was, of course, charged with first-degree murder, but was eventually found not guilty by reason of insanity. Instead of receiving prison time, he would instead spend an indefinite amount of time in custody at a mental health facility where he would receive the treatment he should have had so much earlier. All 3 of these cases have been about criminals who confessed quickly.
He seemed like very on the spectrum, didn't he?
Oh, absolutely. Just no emotion there whatsoever, was there? You know, to plan something like that and do that with no emotion, you've got to be, well, yeah, obviously there was something wrong with him.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. A normal person wouldn't do that.
No.
So.
Don't know. Can you fix it, do you think?
Can you fix that level of...
Certain psychosis you can control with drugs, I think, can't you? But, you know, you still wouldn't fancy letting them out back into the public domain, now, would you?
No.
Even with drugs, even if they seem to work, you think, well, I don't know if you could trust it or not.
An innocent guy, though, just taken into the shop.
I know. Depending on what state they're in, first-degree murder's life in prison anyway. So even if you could fix the mental illness, it'd be for him to then move to a prison or a jail.
He said on that sheet before that he identifies himself as the king or something.
Yeah, like grandiose beliefs and
yeah.
There's I don't know. What you find with a lot of these cases is people are already medicated when they do these things.
Yeah.
And the side effects of a lot of the medications are like homicidal thoughts and suicidal thoughts.
Well, clearly he should have been on medication already, because obviously that's what they've deduced. But
he may have been.
He wasn't getting the medication that he needed. That's what they're saying.
A lot of these detached sort of psycho killers are medicated already, you find.
So he just seems to be like he's psycho, so it's okay.
That's full-blown psycho, isn't it? That's like, he could be talking about, you know, tying his shoelaces there, and it'd be the exact same level of emotion, wouldn't it? It's just no feeling.
Yeah.
But there are many cases where the interrogation is almost instant, but for a very different reason. This 18-year-old suspect was brought in after allegedly hitting a cop with his car and was subsequently read his Miranda rights.
Yeah, it is a criminal investigation. Obviously, you're not free to go because you have warrants for your arrest. I'm going to read your Miranda because it's very important you understand your rights. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you? Yes, sir. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now? Yes, sir. I'm sorry? Say what? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want to talk to me? I just call my mom. Okay, you can call your mom at the jail. All right.
At just 18 years old, this guy showed exactly how to act in a police interrogation, perfectly exercising his rights and truly outsmarting detectives. Assuming he wanted to land himself in prison for the rest of his life.
Tuesday,
What? That's not
Was
right.
some of that cut out, do you think, for legal reasons? or something?
Interrogations.
I don't know, but I think we need to quickly pop to the comment section there. If anyone's eyes are good enough to actually read,
I can't.
I can see.
Wow.
We need a bit more on that, don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to that one?
we? That's. So you requested a lawyer, yeah.
Just ending this.
Is
ending
it?
the interrogation.
So it's the fastest interrogation's over. Maybe he's just put that in there to show.
Yeah. Now you can do it.
Yeah,
anyway.
I guess it must be.
Yeah,
He's
but
not
it-
confessed.
But then it does say the fastest confessions from suspects, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Weird one that.
Right, yeah, it's a bit short, but anyway.
Yeah, I think what I found with a lot of these that I watch is people don't realise they're still being recorded after the police leave the room.
Yeah.
Is that still admissible in court, though, if they don't state that are...
I think it is, unless you're talking to your legal counsel.
Yeah.
So, like, if you say, for example, you want your mum to come in and the interview's technically still going on, all that's happened is the police have left the room, and then your mum's there and you're saying, I did it, I can't believe I did it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think that's admissible in court. It certainly seems like it from some of them that I've watched like this.
I guess they'd have to be made aware that it was still recording, though, and it could be used. I don't think they can
I think
leave
that's-
it running sort of like, yeah, right, I'm going out the room now, we can do what you want.
But I think that's what they say at the beginning of the interview. They're probably just careful about how they say their words. You know,
Yeah.
this interview is being recorded, and
Yeah.
you know they're aware that they're on camera, they're being recorded. People just assume that the recording stops and they've left the room.
because the cops have gone.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
right, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I've seen them where they brought other suspects into the room after they've interviewed everyone, and they think they've got enough. Put them all together,
Yeah.
and then instantly they start saying, "What did you say? I said
Yeah.
this," and then
Yeah.
it's like shit. You know, it's all over for you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting, all right?
Yeah, very.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers. Guys.